Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Elation Professional here in the Netherlands. We welcome you back for Coffee Break number 12. It's a good morning for me. My name is Alistair.
Good morning. My name is Frederik, and we're here in Kerkrade live in our Elation headquarters, in our European headquarters. It's a pleasure to have you here for another coffee break, and cheers to everyone who has joined in this morning. And we hope you're enjoying your coffee. We hope you have a great time. And whatever you like to drink, sit down and relax. Today's coffee break will give you an idea about what to do with multi-purpose fixtures. How can certain lights help you in your daily business? How can certain lights open new doors for you? And which solutions we have for you in that kind of range. So the legendary Paladin series is here for you, and we will guide you through it the next couple minutes. Enjoy.
So yes, today we go back to static lighting with an in-depth look at the 4 products that make up our Paladin series of premium IP65 multi-purpose LED fixtures. So these compact yet bright and versatile units all come housed in our proven, rugged and reliable IP65 housings. So our heritage and our engineering of IP65 technology comes into play once again, with these products performing flawlessly when the weather or the environment isn't quite so forgiving. So whether that be architectural lighting, for example, lighting a castle, or even in the recent USA presidential inauguration. But these fixtures are really equally at home performing in indoor locations too, as they have for years on some amazing projects, including a whopping 350 of them on Eurovision a few years ago. So that IP65 housing, of course, keeping the fixture protected in potentially dusty indoor environments too.
And there on those pictures you can see how great they perform in every environment, even if it's lighting up a castle from a distance of about 200 meters, or those 350 pieces, which Alistair just mentioned, on the Eurovision Song Contest in 2017, shining through the look-through LED screen, and they give a special effect, which the lighting designer Jerry Appold wanted to put on those Paladins, and that's when they became very, very famous.
So we have 4 products to look at today. So all are versatile units, yet each offering slight differences in form factor, output, and features. So let's introduce them. I think we're going to flip to our other camera. So firstly, on the right-hand side in white, we have the Paladin Cube. So it gives a punchy output that really defies its silent and fanless compact nature and small footprint. Then over here on the left, we have the Paladin Brick in red. So this gives us over 8,000 lumens from a fixture that isn't even 10 kilograms in weight. Then in the center, we have the Paladin Panel in green. So this gives over 20,000 lumens from an impressive array of LEDs, perfect for an even large-scale wash. And finally, on the floor, we have the original Paladin in blue, adding a dynamic zoom range that we'll see a little bit later on today.
And the ones in blue you see here were exactly the ones, these are the ones down here, were exactly the ones you could see on the Eurovision Song Contest in 2017. And yeah, those 350 pieces behind the LED screen look just great, and the lighting designer wanted to have them because of the special look of the optics, we will talk about that later, and of the zoom capability, plus the pixel capability, makes them very unique and very versatile wherever you want to install them.
So why do we say the Paladin range is so versatile and multi-purpose? Well, in addition to the IP65 rating, all these products can be used in a number of different ways.
You can use them in any architectural install, for example. If you have a facade lighting where you need a lot of output, or where you want to highlight some columns, these lights will always help you to do a dynamic illumination, to do a powerful illumination, and you can even wash or light up some large areas with the big ones, or even some small areas, or some columns, or some little spots in certain areas. So the versatility of these fixtures will allow you on every stage or in every installation to have enough brightness and to do some really creative effects.
And secondly, the products can easily be blinders too. Again, that raw horsepower output combined with the specific beam or zoom angle create a vibrant, dynamic show to dazzle your audience. So the units actually work so well as blinders, we can't quite show the full potential of it today on camera. In fact, for all of today's cues, we've actually had to really dial down the intensity quite significantly just to really avoid flaring out our cameras that we use.
Yeah, speaking about brightness, if you see how bright those are, and if I would point them directly to the camera, you would be really blinded by those. And that is really powerful. So during the presentation, we will dim down the lights a little bit for your convenience that you can see them. But we are also closing the iris of the second camera, which you can see here. So that really makes sure you can see all the pixel effects, and you can even see the lenses, because without dimming them down or without closing the iris on the camera, you would even see anything. And that leads us to the next point, because those fixtures can be used, besides their wash and blinder capability, they can be used as strobes. Because the electronics we built into those fixtures is also made for perfect strobing. You can use different type of strobes. You can use pulse and random and several macros, and they are really powerful. And like I just said, the electronics will make sure they can be used even in the fastest strobe applications randomly. And you have full control about the speed, which we will show you right now here on the settings.
And finally, the Paladin series give us pixel zone control as well, which means these products can be used as effects units too. So eye-catching looks can be created easily within seconds, whether intensity or color chases or both together. We give you various onboard macros for both to give your creativity a little helping hand. So let's flip to our other camera and see this in action. So the cube gives us 3 pixel zones, whereas the brick on the left side gives us 6 zones. The panel in the middle gives us 10, and finally the original Paladin on the floor gives us 6 square zones with those eye-catching, rounded, bright lenses.
And again, everything is dimmed down here, so the products are dimmed down, plus the iris on the camera was closed to give you an idea what they really look like.
So quickly you can start building effects with these zones. So with intensity chases like this, you can just add and start building your looks. And of course, you can have full speed control, so you can make more dynamic looks such as this, almost strobing again. And then you can also start adding in your colors, of course. So for this example, we're going to use 2 examples of color macros. So firstly, this rather vibrant pink, and also this interesting blue. So again, these are both called up from your console and implemented into the fixtures within seconds.
And just imagine a few hundreds of them or a big amount of those fixtures on your stage or on your install. This is like a dazzling creative effect. And of course, the creativity is endless. So those fixtures are great for designers who want to give their show a specific look or like a really unique touch. And secondly, for the setup, those fixtures are also nice, because if you have the front truss already rigged and some of those are installed there, you put them in full on as a work light. So during the setup or during the breakdown of your installation of your show or whatever you're working on, those fixtures will really help you to light up the entire scene, and the guys on stage will have enough light to work. Plus the designers can really play with those fixtures and be very creative on them, because everything is possible.
So all those multi-purpose aspects are expanded further with the products having a solid, ruggedized housing for standing on the floor, or can be mounted or hung in any orientation, assisted, of course, by that wide range of manual tilt adjustment. So let's cover some of the common product design and engineering features that all the products share as a series.
Well, the original Paladins down here on the ground, they have 40 watts LEDs. Each LED has 40 watts RGB wide, and these LEDs are specially designed for their lenses, because they have zoom lenses and they have a so-called light tube where the light is already, or the different colors are already mixed behind the front lens. So that means you have a beautiful and very homogeneous output, and therefore they need a lot of punch to shoot through the light tube and come through the zoom optics. While the other Paladins here, the brick, cube, and panel, have 15 watts LED each, and the lens will make sure the color mixing is also very homogeneous and very nice. But all of these LEDs are carefully selected for each of the products, and they really do their job perfectly in any direction and in any position.
And next we move on to colors. So with the series having a red, green, blue, and white LED array, the products have great primary colors ready to go, as you can see. But we also get some great mixed colors out of it too, like the CMY means these units can satisfy many applications and event needs. And remember, those onboard color macros exist too, allowing you some quick, popular, and eye-catching colors at the touch of a button from your console.
And those optics we have here even look good, great, or perfect on camera, as you can see here, or as you could have seen in the Eurovision Song Contest 2017. And the optics we're using here really make sure the colors are mixed perfectly well. And coming from another perfect aspect, we're talking about the white, because this fixture can also do a nice pure white. When you have only switched on the white LEDs, then it gives a nice bright daylight tone, and you can change this tone by adding some colors, a little bit of red or a little bit of blue, so you have various color temperatures on board with the fixtures, and that makes it also a perfect fixture for streaming or TV applications.
And next, beam angles. So the Paladin panel, brick, and cube give us a 25-degree beam angle or a 50-degree field angle with the included magnetic frost filter diffusion left on. So you can easily remove this to get a 14-degree beam angle or a 25-degree beam angle. So you can leave it off if you wish, but better still, you can actually use one of up to 6 filters to get the beam angle, spread, or the horizontal or vertical profile that you want. So we're going to have a little demonstration of this right now.
So this is what the little filter looks from the cube here, and it's easy to snap on, magnetic within seconds, so it's very, very easy to do. And now we're pointing this in the other direction so you can get an idea about what the beam angle is doing. This is without any filter attached. And
indeed, so now we will add on the 20-degree filter firstly.
You can see it is washing out a little bit more. I will tilt it here a little bit for you that you can see what the beam is doing. And now by taking it off, it's also very easy.
And next up we have the 60-degree beam angle. Let's try that.
So it's even a little bit wider right now, and I will do the tilt here again so you can see where the light is coming out on our screen in the back.
And then we have a 100-degree beam angle as well, so now you can really start seeing the spread across the back wall. Yeah,
and you can see it here. It's very, very wide. You can see on my arm the colors, and the light is coming like very, very wide out of this fixture. And I will do a little bit tilt here again that you can see how great the output is and how wide the beam angle is. And taking this off.
And now we'll move on to the ones that actually give you a specific profile or letterboxing. So firstly, this is a 1 degree by 40 degrees, so you can really see it's a proper column of light.
Yeah, and you can see how we can lit up the banner here with this very, very narrow 40 by 1 degree.
And then we move on to the opposite of that. So this is a 40 by 1, which gives you it in a horizontal or a letterbox profile as well.
And now you can see what we do here with the light. You can see this column moving up and down here, so that it's actually a bar of light which is moving on the ceiling, and it looks just great.
And as you can see, with the dial down intensity, the unit still remains punchy with these diffusion or these frost filters on as well. And then we have a slightly bigger letterbox one. So this is a 10 by 60 degree. So again, you're getting that vertical profile, but just a little bit sort of wider in both axes. And finally, we have the 60 by 10 in the horizontal. So again, slightly bigger in both axes, but you can see how punchy and dynamic that really looks.
So those filters really offer a lot of different possibilities for you.
Indeed, and as you can see, they can snap on easily in seconds with very little, no tools needed whatsoever. Each of them come in a nice durable bag. They're actually really rugged as well. So for example, for an installation, you simply choose the beam angle or the profile that will work for your installation, or for you rental or events guys. You can simply put these in your flight cases, send the units out, and designers on site can just swap in whatever filter they need. They're very affordable, very rugged, very durable.
And it's very easy for you to see what you're having here in the corner of each of those filters, and also on the back, which is included. There is a degree number printed on, and you can always see, in this case, 60 by 1, so we show it 60 in this direction and 1 in this direction, and you know exactly what you're having in your hands and what goes back to the bag, which is coming included with those filter frames or with those frost filter frames. Actually, we like to call them lens because they actually work like a lens, and they are so much easier to use than replacing the lens. I mean, in the past, it was very common to replace lenses and to open the unit, and it was very complicated. Plus, IP65 fixtures don't like it when you open them so many times. And in this case, we just have a click-on system, very easy, very affordable, so you can just buy for each of those fixtures a bunch of those, and then you're good to go.
So we'll come back to accessories a little later on, but for now, let's move on with the Paladins on the floor. So these actually give us a very dynamic motorized zoom, which we can see now. So at its minimum, it goes to 6 degrees. So you really see this amazing shaft or beam of light. So it's really quite dynamic and looks incredible on shows that we've already talked about earlier, like Eurovision used this to great effect.
Yeah, and I mean, this versatility of the fixtures really allows you to use them during a show as a little beam effect, because if you see them shooting from a distance, they are really narrow, very punchy, and if you have them hanging above a stage and you open the zoom, then you have a floodlight and you can work underneath the light very easy, or you just give a little bit of extra touch or extra tone to your entire stage. And how to do that? How to change the beam angle? Of course, we have RDM control, we have DMX control, we have several DMX modes, so you can easily choose a DMX mode with only a few channels to really save DMX channels. And with these channels, you have full control about the colors, and there's no pixel control. If you want to have pixel control and if you want to select your different macros, you can go to different DMX modes, very, very easy, and then you have full control about all the built-in functionalities, like the macros, color settings, zooms, strobe functions, and of course we also have some macros for pixel and strobing effects inside.
And for software, it has all the usual features that we speak about on our streams pretty regularly, but most importantly, the dimming modes and the dimming curves for various applications and those changeable LED refresh rates. So the Paladin series really look great on camera in broadcast situations, whether it's stage or cyc washes, or just as eye candy pixel performance. So those software enhancements are really important aspects to improve the product's performance when it counts most of all.
And now we come to the connectivity of those fixtures. We have a little picture for you where you can see that all of those fixtures here, the Paladins, have power input, power output, DMX input, DMX output. And that makes it very easy for you to cable everything. So the daisy chain possibility of the power means less distro for you. It's very fast to do, just a click away, and then you're good to go. And if you want to have a little bit more flexibility, then the Paladin Cube, Brick, and Panel have eFly wireless DMX included. So you just do the power cabling by daisy chaining them all, one fixture to another, and then you set up your wireless DMX system, the eFly system, and then you're good to go. So it's very easy to set everything up, and then you're ready for the job.
And now let's come back to accessories. So with the punchy output, the pixel zone control, and the control and connectivity options, the products are already very versatile, but we offer several accessories to enhance or refine their use. So we've already covered the lenses for the panel, brick, and the cube, but optional barn doors are available for all of the Paladin units. So Frederik has the barn door for the cube right there.
Yeah, that's the little barn door for the cube, and that's what they all look like, depending on the size, what you have here. So for all of them are barn doors available, and the great advantage in this case is that there are no screws needed, because the screws are already attached with a little spring here, and they're holding themselves in place, so you will not lose the screws, and it's very easy to attach them. Just put them here, tighten 4 screws, and then you're good to go, and the job is done. So it's done within really a few seconds, and you will never lose any of those screws. Just put them back in the flight case when you're done, and that's it.
And then for the original Paladin on the floor, it has an accessory which is a 40-degree snap grid. So this also installs within seconds. And then coming back to the panel, the brick and the cube, we also have a shader available. So in fact, the brick over here is wearing that today. So all of these accessories really offer you just a bit more control of the light distribution. So that mostly covers the Paladin range. So they're a perfect adaptable solution for applications and installations, especially for rental and events companies with a compact, lightweight, and quickly employable nature. And we shouldn't forget the unsung hero of the IP65 world, which is the IP tester. So this mobile tool really tests the integrity of a product after it has been opened. For example, maybe it's a moving light when you're changing a gobo, maybe you're doing some cleaning, etc. So it's really been designed to test for both vacuum and pressure leaks, so you can be sure your unit is ready to face the elements once again.
And actually, this unit is very, very popular these days because we were the first ones coming with both directions, with sucking air out and blowing air into the fixture, and having the issue of a leakage. You will be very, very safe with this fixture or with the IP tester because you can test all of your IP65 fixtures by blowing some air in. You put a little bit of water on top and then you see the little bubbles coming and you know exactly where your leakage is. Because before it was never possible to find the leakage that fast, but now with the possibility of really blowing air into all of your IP65 fixtures, it is very, very easy. And that saves you a lot of time, and then you can test what is coming back to your warehouse or to your stock, and then you know exactly your fixtures are safe and sound for the next job, and that makes your life a little bit easier these days.
So it does come preloaded with Elation IP-rated lighting fixture model test presets, but it has manual test setup as well for any compatible non-Elation models. It also has a fixture serial number log to help you track and keep aware of tests, both the pressure and the vacuum. And it has an SD card as well to help store those tests and keep them mobile for you. So that's really the Paladins, engineered to be brighter than the rest with vibrant color possibilities and adaptable to perform on any occasion with its multi-purpose performance. One other thing we must add today is that we have a range of dedicated UV fixtures, which are all IP65 rated too, called the Prisma series. So we mention these because some of them has very similar housings and technology that's used on these Paladin fixtures. So the Prisma Wash 25 and the 100 in particular are used like the Paladin to wash or flood an area, but this time with true 365 UV light. In fact, we use one here to light our UV banner on the back wall. And I think that's almost it for today. I'm not seeing any questions. We must just give a quick apology, though, in case any of you have had any lagginess in our visuals and audio today. Our local internet provider decided to do some maintenance and not inform us, which was very nice. So we hope it hasn't been too interrupted for you. And yep, so it's a goodbye from me. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next one.
Thank you, Alistair, and thanks to all of you watching this episode of Elation Coffee Break number 12, and we're looking forward to have another one with you real soon. And in the meantime, you're more than welcome to join our Facebook site, take a look at our videos, at the latest installs, at some of our references, what has been done in the last couple of weeks. And we were very active for you, so you can always find the latest news on our Facebook site, or you sign into our great newsletter to have always the latest updates about our products. Leave us your comments, leave us some questions here. It was good to see all of you. Stay safe, take care, and we will see you real soon again for another Elation Coffee Break. Bye-bye.
Bye.